Good morning again, everyone. Tina Spalding Trance Channel here for our daily Course in Miracles lessons with Jesus commentary to follow. Today we are on lesson 31. We are at the end of our first month together, so well done if you've hung in there for that 31 days. Lesson 31, I am not a victim of the world I see. This is a very valuable phrase to have in your consciousness, and I use it often. I am not a victim of the world I see. Today's idea is the introduction to your declaration of release. Again, the idea should be applied to both the world you see without and the world you see within. In applying the idea, we will use a form of practice which will be used more and more, with changes as indicated. Generally speaking, the form includes two aspects, one in which you apply the idea on a more sustained basis, and the other consisting of frequent applications of the idea throughout the day. 2 longer periods of practice with the idea for today are needed, one in the morning and one at night. 3 to 5 minutes for each of these are recommended. During that time, look about you slowly while repeating the idea 2 or 3 times. Then close your eyes and apply this same idea to your inner world. You will escape from both together, for the inner is the cause of the outer. As you survey your inner world, merely let whatever thoughts cross your mind come into your awareness, each to be considered for a moment, and then replaced by the next. Try not to establish any kind of hierarchy among them. Watch them come and go as dispassionately as possible. Do not dwell on any one in particular, but try to let the stream move on evenly and calmly, without any special investment on your part. As you sit and quietly watch your thoughts, repeat today's idea to yourself as often as you care to, but with no sense of hurry. In addition, repeat the idea for today as often as possible during the day. Remind yourself that you are making a declaration of independence in the name of your own freedom, and in your freedom lies the freedom of the world. The idea for today is also a particularly useful one to use as a response to any form of temptation that may arise. It is a declaration that you will not yield to it and put yourself in bondage. So that is lesson number 31. I am not the victim of the world I see. Let's see what Jesus has to say today. I can feel him there. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and this is a lesson that I taught to my disciples on the cross, and that is what I was teaching them, that I am not a victim of the world as you see it. In that great lesson, that great teaching, learning opportunity, many of those beings that followed me could not assimilate the lesson. They could not believe that I was not being victimized, that I was not suffering. I was standing firm in my elevated consciousness above the battleground. And I knew, even though it was a great challenge, a great act of discipline on my part, I knew that I did not need to suffer and that my mind could assess the situation accurately and choose to move through that experience without the pain and suffering and despair of the martyr. That is not what I was doing, and that is why it has been so hard for you to understand in your society, because it was an extremely sophisticated lesson for the beings who were in front of me. This lesson was not designed for the world necessarily, although it has become that indeed. In that time and place, when I was in the physical incarnation that you know as Jesus, I was teaching my students. I was teaching them and showing them my abilities to overcome the physical material world. And that I was not being victimized. I was choosing to go through a very, very dramatic teaching, learning experience for their benefit. However, only a couple of those disciples were able to integrate that information into their minds. But that is okay. One mind changed is enough. One mind healed is enough. One mind in alignment with truth is more powerful than 10,000 minds in fear, cowering in the corner, afraid to stand up and be counted. So do not allow yourself to be victimized by your own beliefs. You are not a victim of the world you see. It is a reflection of your consciousness rushing towards you so that you may come to understand what is going on inside of you. And if it seems to attack you, go and look where you attack yourself or others. Go and look where you attack principles or ideas, politicians, countries, creeds, money, whatever it is that you attack. Know that it will be reflected back to you in a world that seems to attack you. We are healing your mind from the deepest levels with these teachings, and we want you to know that great love is coming to you. And many of you will begin to be feeling that now, a month into this gathering together. You are going to be seeing that you are not so quick to judge, that you are not so quick to attack, that perhaps you open a door for someone before you would have charged through. Perhaps you are finding yourself sitting quietly contemplating ideas because you have decided to give yourself space to do the lessons, and after the lessons you are quite enjoying sitting in your armchair with the radio off and your phone off and the television off. And you find that being with yourself is becoming much more agreeable because the mind that you are experiencing is calming down a little bit, is not so fractious. We love you very much, and we will be here with you every single day. Every day we nudge this being, and she knows that this is her assignment this year. So do not despair. If there is a missing lesson one day when you come to your computer, know that it is technological, it is health related, it is because a car broke down, or it is some reason beyond this being's ability to control. So in that moment, if you see a lesson missing, do your forgiveness practice and know that she will show up sooner or later. We will speak to you again tomorrow. That's me laughing there. Apparently at times I might not show up. So there you go. We are at the end of January. Well done, all of you. I'll see you again tomorrow.